Yay, I'm starting. Okay, so this is, well, this is not what I'm doing. That's not what I'm doing either. I am getting things ready so that I can work on my 100 hours project. So I'm gonna relax, I'm gonna have my little glass of wine, and I'm just gonna code. I'm gonna see how far I can get. I'll have to do balsam Q. I cannot even remember how to put it. Oh, hi to whoever joined. Today I am trying to find the notes I sent to some people about my, oh, Barbara, hey. Yeah, so I made all these notes for my 100 hours project. Ah, my headphones just turned off. Okay, never mind. I guess I don't need them. I don't need them. I made all these notes for my 100 hours project, and I need to make sense of them. So do you have all your notes? Are you working on your 100 hours project tonight? Where should I put them? I should put them, because I have them in Google. Ugh, that horrid array. Yeah, I have them in Google. I'll just open up the Google Doc. I think that's probably the best thing. That's probably the best thing. I will open them up in Google Doc. You're on your way to go grocery shopping? What are you getting? Oh, how's your group project going? Are you guys almost done? Oh, here's my 100 hours. There we go. Oh, you're going grocery shopping. So we kind of went grocery shopping today, but it was plant shopping. We actually went to, let's see here, Target, Walmart, 2 different nurseries, and I did hanging baskets, and I got some jalapeno. I got 8 jalapeno plants. So I'm hoping we have so many jalapenos, I do not know what to do with them all, so I'm hoping. Okay, so you have a functioning app, but you haven't styled it. And you haven't added anything on top of the basic functionality. Okay, so ours, some of the things are working. Okay, and this is the thing. Some of the things are working, but I'm not sure how much, because I'm having trouble logging in. It keeps throwing an error because I think I've tried to log in so many times with different names and different passwords. So it's throwing this really strange error that something about my username. So I don't know. Anyway, I'm hoping. I contacted, we're all over the place. Like, we've got someone, I think up in British Columbia, we've got someone in LA, we've got someone, well, me, in Tennessee. And anyway, we're all spread out, and so we can't actually get together anytime because it's too late for some of us when it's too early for others during the week, because everybody works, except I think I'm the only person who's not working right now. So anyway, but I mean, I was able to do the CSS for it, so that's what I was working on this week. So it looks, actually, here, let me, this is it. This is it right now. And so, like, there's a login page, but actually that was working. I don't know what happened. Let me try to, maybe someone's working on it. I don't know if someone's working on it. Anyway, the pages are all working. Yeah, the pages are all working, but not for me. I don't know why. I don't know why. Maybe someone's working on it. Anyway, yeah, so that's kind of neat. So what is your group project about? What is your app about? Homepage. This is gonna, oh my gosh. This is gonna be tough. And I might have to big enough. Colors, Figma Basics. I think I already watched that. did that. Okay, frames in Figma, which sizes, preset sizes. I don't need to try it out. Constraints, components. Oh, hey Bridget! Oh my gosh, I thought you were taking care of your guests. I am. Well, right now, at this red hot moment, I am reading Figma because I want to start my wireframe for my 100 hours. And I have the... Is it here? Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. I have the outline for my 100 hours project here, but I need to see if there's stuff that I can take out because I have some concerns that... I bit off more than I can chew, so I'm trying to think of ways to make it easier. Because I mean, it's supposed to be 100 hours, not 1,000 hours, and we've got all the homework and all the reading, all the videos, the group projects, plus all of the stuff with the networking. So anyway, I'm trying to make my life easier. And you are, oh my gosh, you're hiding in the basement? No, no, you have guests over. This is a big deal. I mean, I haven't had guests like inside my house. I've never had them inside my house. No, once. I had one friend over once, like a year ago. So yeah. But yeah, you need to code. So Bridget, tomorrow morning. Oh, team project, yay! Let me know how it goes, okay? Text me and let me know how it goes. Okay, so I need homepage, bouquet builder. Okay, so I can go to, well, actually I need to go back to files. This is name. And then okay. And then let's see here. Creating a connection. Hey, two viewers, you are watching me try to pull together. I don't know why this isn't okay. I'm starting the wireframe for my 100 hours project. So I'm hoping I want to try. That's what I have. Okay. So we're doing that. And we're going to make this the home page. Text, arrange, operations, erase. Nope. No, I'll just do this. Starting frame, create a connection. Nope. Okay. This is going to be really basic. Mm. 1A plus. That sounds about right. Okay. Then I think on the phone it's going to be like that. And I think this is going to be home. Going to add a page. And we're going to make a frame for iPhone 8 Plus. And I'm just going to go ahead and copy that, and then I think I'll duplicate page, oops, duplicate. Okay, so this is going to be home. This is going to be, let's see here. Home. Okay, so this is going to be the bouquet builder page. Okay, this is going to be, let's see here. Okay, birth month flowers page. Okay. Okay. We're going to call it birth flower. And then, let's see. Oh, hey! Thanks for hopping on. Yeah, so I'm doing well. I'm trying to get organized because this, in terms of how I was planning things for the 100 Hours project, I was essentially planning 1 month, like 30 days. And so I was trying to calculate the number of hours I would have to work on this for 30 days, which is about 3.5 hours a day. And so this is the first day. I hope to have it ready to send to Leon in a very rough way by the 1st of June. So yeah, I'm feeling a little stressed right now, but I'm having my little glass of wine and I'm relaxing. Yeah, how are you doing? What'd you do today? I see Barbara's shopping, so she hopped on and then she hopped off. Bridget is having company, and she has her team project stuff that she's doing. So she dropped in and hopped off. So what are you up to tonight? Saturday night, what have you got planned? You're good, thanks. Are you gonna go out tonight? Are you doing anything? Well, I like the idea. You know, the problem is building the bouquet. You know, it's one thing to like try to find APIs and like pull up some information and, you know, do the authentication so that the user can save their own files to, you know, their own little space in the database. But it's something else trying to grab images and put them together with CSS. You know, and have everything make sense. So anyway, we're gonna see. Right now I'm like doing bare bones. I'm trying to figure out what is the smallest thing that would be an app that I can do and have it be legit, right? Like actually have it be worth someone's time to log on and say, oh, hey, look, you know, this is a bouquet builder. I like this, you know? So we'll see. So I'm not actually, this is not actually the real layout. I just need to put some stuff on the page so that I know what APIs I'm gonna either need to build or use. If I actually do need to do some web scraping, which is gonna add many hours to the project because I don't actually know how to do that yet. And then, like I said, you know, what do I actually have to do to make this thing work? So what's your 100 hours project? What are you doing? What do you have planned for yours? You're staying in, oh yeah. Yeah, we have too. We have too. We went to all these places and I planted a bunch of stuff and got my hands all dirty and yeah. What'd you end up doing? Have you met up with your team recently to do work? Are you still doing that? Oh, hey, Chu King. Hey, I hope you had a good week. Hope you have a good start to your weekend too. I'm talking to a friend who's in the boot camp that I'm in, and we're talking about what we did today, and we're talking about the 100 hours projects that we're doing because we're putting together projects that are going to take us at least 100 hours to build. I'm actually thinking about logging all my time to see if it really is a 100 hours project or if it's like a 400 hour project, or because I mean, it's going to be at least 100 hours. It's going to be at least 100 hours. Just trying to learn how to use Figma is going to take 100 hours. Oh, what project am I building? It's a meaningful bouquet builder. Oh, okay. You know what? We can brainstorm, and there was someone who was super, super, super awesome, and they sent me a Reddit link. Okay, I'm gonna get away from this page because there's basically nothing there. Okay, yay! So they sent me a Reddit link that had all of these project ideas, and some of them, you know, weren't really viable for like web apps or anything, but let me post that over in, or I can just send it to you. I can DM you, and then I'll send you the Reddit link, because that's where I got this idea. Because there was someone who's like, yeah, I wish I, you know, had a way to know the symbolism of, you know, different flowers and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, there are all these books, and I think there was even a movie about it. But anyway, there are ways to find this out. But I was thinking, wouldn't it be cool if I could build something where, you know, obviously there's tons of information, but there's a way for you to kind of put it together, because it's one thing to say, okay, rosemary's for remembrance. Like I can't remember. I want to say it's a yellow rose is for friendship and all this stuff, but rosemary, the purple of rosemary and the yellow rose look kind of weird together. So anyway, the idea is you kind of like can visually see the different flowers and then kind of put them together so that you know what a bouquet would look like. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. And I like the idea, but yeah, but so the problem is that there's a lot of back end work. I started my little outline. I'm like, okay, well, there isn't really an existing API with plant symbolism. And I'm going to switch back. Oh, the visual combination of flowers. Okay, here's the thing. The visual combination of flowers would be a lot more fun. And that's the thing that's going to take me 100 hours, is trying to find a way to do this, because we're doing the back end, we're doing the front end, we're doing everything in between, and I have to figure out how to find images and put them together so that it kind of looks like a bouquet. And I mean, it's going to be bare bones where it's probably there's going to be a randomizer probably, but I don't think you're going to be like on click moving images, right? I don't feel that's where I am right now. But anyway, I could put photos of flowers next to each other, but that wouldn't be right. And so that's the thing. And so that's why I'm trying to come up with an idea of photos of flowers, but I need to have them juxtaposed, right? I need to have them adjacent, and I need to have them in some kind of, they have to be like within something that makes it look a little bit like a bouquet. It's not going to look like a total bouquet, but yeah, it's a 10,000 hours project. That's why tonight is about how can I make, like, how can I bare bones this thing? Yeah. Oh, 100 days of code challenge. Hey, that is so awesome. That's awesome. That is really, really good. I am very proud of you. That's, do you feel like you've accomplished a lot? I mean, do you feel like you actually got 100 days of code? Yeah. Yeah, well, and you can't beat yourself up for taking a couple days off. I'm not gonna, like, you know, I'm not going to. But anyway, I am going to get back to this thing. And yeah, Chuking, this might be a 10,000 hour project. That's why, could I do a less ambitious project? Yeah, I could probably, I think that's where I'm gonna start. I think that's where I'm gonna start. But like I said, I mean, the bare bones thing with the images is if I could find some kind of something where they have the flower pictures, and then even if I just have them side by side on the page, at least you could see what they look like and get an idea of, okay, you know, this looks terrible. There's no way I'm doing this. That looks like a weed, right? Yeah, you should feel accomplished. 100 days of coding is crazy. That's really ambitious. That is super, super ambitious. That's really, really good. Like, I joined last year or the year before and I didn't do it. I joined 2 years ago and I didn't do it all the way. So yeah, there's a cat photos. There's cat photos, dog photos, dad jokes. You can find, there are all sorts of APIs out there. So I'm looking, but I just started. I got this idea a couple weeks ago off of Reddit, and I'm not going to forget to put that link in. I'm not going to forget to put that link in our Leon's Little Coding Camp group. But yeah, I started looking a couple weeks ago, and someone here on the stream was nice enough to send me information that like made all the difference, and it helped me with this idea. So I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty very excited. But yeah, there are all these different databases, and it's all about figuring out how to make them work. And if they have a flower one that will work for this project, I'm definitely going to jump on that, because I want to actually, I don't want to have to sit there and build API stuff. That's not what I want to do, and I don't want to have to learn to do web scraping. I just don't want to do that. But I need to get this done. So yeah, I'll be looking. But tonight it's all about like just planning bare bones. Like if I can get 4 pictures of flowers next to each other on a page, you know, we'll do that. If it's like pulling up one picture on a page that I have, I don't know, uploaded to some image hosting site and like hosting 1,000 images for people to like roll through, that's what I'll do. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'd like it to be somewhat visual. I want there to be some kind of visual aspect to it. Because the idea of a bouquet is, I think it's very visual, and especially if you're building one that's symbolic and meaningful, you don't want it to look junky. So I do want it to have some pictures, but I'm not really worried about the design of the page right now. I just want to figure out what pages, and so I'm doing a birth flower page. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this page, and then anniversaries, because this is the thing. There are a lot of people who forget about things like birthdays and anniversaries and that kind of thing, and they're like, oh no, my sister's having a birthday, I need to like figure out something. And you know, so this is going to be birth flower, this is going to be anniversary. Did you guys know that there is an anniversary flower? There is. And you have your zodiac flower. And then, I don't know, is there another? I don't know. I don't know if there's another. I don't know if there's any other symbolic flower. Anyway, but these are just going to be informational, right? And then, so these are going to be informational, but there will be a database on the back end somewhere, even if I have to build the darn thing with the information. And then that way it can be pulled up when you're building your bouquet. So yeah. But yeah, so I'd like each page like that. Well, that's why I'm doing this. I'd like it instead of like all these other websites where you have like all this text and then you keep scrolling and you keep scrolling. And then there are all these lists of dates and stuff like that. I want it to be like you enter in the date and then the name of the flower comes up with a picture. Yeah, memorial flowers. So I don't know. See, I don't know because let me look that up now. Oh, hey, can you guys hear me okay? Or is my mic all funny? Because I was playing with it this week over and over and over. I was trying to fix it because there was some kind of issue where it sounded like I was underwater and it was really hard. You can hear me? Okay, and it's kind of clear. I did not have time to test it out tonight because I mean, honestly, like an hour and a half ago, I was outside digging around planting stuff. So, okay, awesome. Thank you guys. Okay, so memorial flower. Okay. Well, okay, so they have lots. They have, oh, meanings. Oh, here we go. See, leave it to Teleflora. See, they've got all sorts of stuff there. Funeral flowers meaning. Okay. Thank you very, very much. That is super awesome because I need to put that in here. Because that is going to be, this is going to be VII. This is flowers. Okay. So yeah. Oops, why did I do that? There we go. Nope. So yeah, have you guys had to send flowers to people before? Oh, yeah, it looks like a bunch of people just kind of hopped on. Tonight, instead of doing the usual code wars or commenting through code, I'm working on my 100 hours project, which is something that we're doing for 100 devs. The boot camp that I'm in, and we're actually creating our own project. Some places have you know, they give you a project and you know it's meant to take 100 hours, probably takes 1,000 hours, but our instructor Leon wants us to create our own projects, so that's what I'm doing. I am creating my own project and I'm trying to put everything together and I'm organizing everything tonight, so that's what I'm doing. Okay, anniversary flowers, zodiac flowers, and then, so this is actually going to be, there we go. This is going to be F, this is going to be G, this is going to be H. Thank you for sharing that. That just didn't even occur to me. And then I'm going to use this as an idea, but I'm going to have to do some research and see. So yeah. Hey, Astro Charles. I hope that you had an awesome, wonderful day. It was absolutely beautiful here in Knoxville, Tennessee. It was so beautiful. I hope everyone is having a really super awesome day. So I don't know if you heard me, but I am working on my 100 hours project and morning symbols, 7 popular sympathy flowers. Okay, I'm wondering if all these places, because I'm seeing a lot of overlap here. So this is going to be interesting because I'm wondering I'm wondering how many people like borrowed from things. How long am I streaming tonight? I'm streaming for a couple hours. I mean, whatever happens, I understand people have to come and go. It is Saturday night. I hope everybody finds a way to like just go out and have fun. So I will not be offended at all if you need to hop off, or if you just need to jump around, because that is the way it is. So I would send you that Reddit link right now. The problem is that I don't want to go into Discord and show all of the messages and stuff. So oh, Astro, you had to finish up a few things. I hear you. I mean, it's Saturday night. I would love to be sitting on the couch with my kids watching movies and eating popcorn, but I really do have to do this, and it's so hard for me to get motivated to do stuff if I don't force myself to like do the tweet, you know, sit down in front of the computer. I mean, you know, I could make every excuse all day long. So yeah, but yeah, that'd be awesome if you wanted to pop in. Let's see here. I think I think all these places are like using the same. That's interesting. Okay, well, I'll keep looking about that later. And then I need an about page. Oops, I need to duplicate that. So yeah, and so this is the struggle here, guys. I am using Figma, and I don't really know how to use Figma, but I'm gonna have to learn sometime. You know, normally I mean I can do a wireframe just with, I don't know, PowerPoint or whatever, but it's not real because it doesn't have some of these features here, like where it actually gives you the correct sizing. And you know, I don't live in the world of pixel perfect, but shortly I'll have to. So you know, I'm working on it. Okay, how many? Oh, I already have that. Okay, so this is going to be the about page, and then I'm going to have a links page. Hello. But yeah, I can't do this tomorrow because I would love to do this tomorrow, but I can't do this tomorrow because we have our review tomorrow. And then about page, and then the links page. We're going to call it helpful links. And then I'm thinking I'll just have a separate login page. Should I have a separate login? Yeah, I'll have a separate login. Oh, you know Figma? You know Figma exists. Okay, so here's the thing. They have, for the patient individual, right? For the very patient individual, they have tons of information on Figma, just in Figma. Like you access Figma, you can download the desktop version, the version of it. There's so much to learn, man. Yeah, the learning never stops, and the more you talk to people who are in web development, the more you realize it doesn't matter how much you know, there's always more. So we just have to learn what we need to learn to do the jobs that we want, and then from there we learn what we want to learn to have fun and do other things and build sites for people, and you know, we follow our interests. So right now I could spend hours just looking at these different sites, at the different layouts, and figuring out, you know, these people here who put together their sites. Like, look at this. Like, look at this. She's got, or he, they have this little, you know, they have their little container. They found the background. They added a kind of not transparent, but there's some transparency to the dark layer, you know, that they put on top of that. And then on top of that, they, you know, they have their little container, and then they've got their little cards. Anyway, so yeah, it's kind of interesting, right? And then here you've got your A to Z flowers. So anyway, this right here, this looks like a pretty good resource that I may need to, yeah, I may need to take a look and see where they got all their information. So this is yet another website I need to add on here. So we're gonna add that. Yeah. You wonder if there is a high risk of burnout? You know what? I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna have to ask Chu King. Do you know many web developers who are just burnt out because it's one language after another, and even if you know a language, then all of a sudden they keep changing it and adding things? And I mean, because I started learning JavaScript just a couple of hours ago, right? Not hours, a couple of years ago. And when I learned it, you know, they already had arrow functions, but I wasn't using them, but I was looking at them. Yeah, so I can see where it doesn't cause burnout because you're interested. So the idea is to make sure that you land yourself in a position, and that would be an employment position, where you're interested in what you're doing, and learning new languages isn't a hassle, right? Oh, that's so sweet. Can you tell her? This is not my real hair. I love wigs, and so I'm not blonde. My natural color is more like the top part, and so but my sister, we're biological sisters, right? Okay, this is totally off the topic of coding, but so we're biological sisters. She naturally has super light brown hair, and then she started going gray when she was like 20, and so now her hair's almost all gray. But we're not super old or anything, right? I mean, I'm old coder chick, but I'm not a granny or anything. But her hair's blonde, and she has really, really super pale skin, and she has like light green eyes, and I mean, anyway. So the idea is, I'm like, I kind of got this because this is about the color of her hair. Sometimes it's a little bit lighter. And so I was like, yeah, I'll be twinsies with her, but I need to keep this dark because I prefer myself with dark hair. Cause I've had lighter hair and I've had really light highlights, and I'm very uncomfortable. I like having dark hair. So, okay. So if I master one procedural and one functional programming language, learning any other language is not very difficult. So this is the thing. JavaScript is functional from my understanding, right? I'm hoping someone needs to. Hopefully, there's someone on here who can verify that. But my understanding was that JavaScript is mixed. Okay, so I have seen JavaScript used as a procedural language, but I was told that is spaghetti code and not great, and what you actually want to do is use it as a functional programming language, because that's I guess best practice for most things. So thank you. I like, you know, it may not be this exact, it may not, if I lighten up my hair, I may not do this exact shade. This is a little bit too dramatic for my everyday purpose, but thank you. Yeah, so you had a career in development and you're having so much fun learning new things lately. And so that's the thing. I mean, you have to go where your interests take you. And if you don't enjoy learning the stuff you're learning, maybe you're not in the right place, right? Maybe there's a different aspect that you could focus on. Because I'm finding, like, I thought I would like backend a lot more than I do. This sounds really bad. I really thought that I would like backend more. Yeah, I could have spaghetti. I could make any code spaghetti code. You could give me any code and I could turn it into spaghetti. Yeah, it'd be terrible. It might work though. It'd probably work, but it'd be a mess. But yeah, so yeah, functional and procedural is a method of coding. Yeah, Yeah, the thing is that I don't know. I'm thinking if you're starting, if you are kind of taking time for yourself and being mindful, you'll kind of know if you're burning out. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I feel like you would kind of get a sense of, okay, I just hate the idea of having to sit down at the computer. And that's when you need to take a break and you need to talk to someone, like a boss, or in this case, I would talk to Leon and just say, I just can't. I can't do it, you know? And come up with a solution if it's something that you really like. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't think about that because there's so few things I've burnt out on. But that's because I try to follow my interests usually. But I can see myself burning out with back-end stuff for real, because like just going back and forth between all the different folders and seeing, okay, I've checked the controller folder with all the different files, I've checked the models folder, you know, all the little schemas are fine, you know, so we'll see. I don't know what it's like to have to do it all the time though. So okay, so I have additional meetings. Yeah, so I'm gonna make sure that I have links to everything here, but I also need, I don't have on here that I need to check on I need to check on how how do I credit sites, companies, people? Credit source, sites, people. The amount of fun is affected by how you learn and under what circumstances. You know, that's exactly right. And I'm wondering, I keep hearing about people who get the jobs and they're given 3 months to really grasp, you know, what the company is about, what the expectations are, learn the new languages, and then they're given a project. So yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Yeah, and you're trying to learn fast. Yeah, learning to pace yourself, that's a toughie. How do I credit source the sites, company, people I use for this project? Okay. Do I need to contact them to link to their sites on the links page? Okay. So I need to look that up. Hey, so you guys, do I need a privacy page? I mean, this is not like a fancy app or whatever, but is it considered good practice to put a privacy page on there, because I will be getting username and password info? I mean, that's, I'm just thinking I should probably have a privacy page. I'm gonna put privacy on here. Or I don't actually have to have it here, like in the footer. Maybe I can put that. I think I'll put it in the footer. So yeah, I'm gonna need I'm gonna need privacy, and then I'll just find privacy pages are required by law. Okay. I mean, basically I want to get into the habit of checking all the boxes to make sure that I don't get in trouble. So so yeah, I'll go ahead and do my privacy, and the only link to that's going to be in the footer. And I'm trying to think, I mean, I'm going to have an about and a contact. So yeah, so this is the last page is going to be the privacy page, because that's hidden privacy. And then, but this will be contact. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's, you know, and so I'm always torn, because there's, you know, the law, and then there's best practice, and then there's, I just want to do this, right? Just to get the practice of doing it. But I want to make sure, you know, this is one of the reasons I have to do this, is I need to know, you know, basically how I'm going to build the menu. You know, am I going to have it across the page? So this is all stuff that at some point I'm going to use to actually figure out. Like for this, since this is a mobile, you know, it's probably gonna be a drop down. But we'll see. I'll have to look at how to arrange it. About page, contact. So I'm thinking the about page, I don't think I need a separate contact page. I think the contact form will be in the about page, so I can take that out. But I do need that form. I definitely need that form, just in case I get a bunch of angry people. Like, why are you doing this? I sent the wrong flower and now they're mad. That'd be really bad. I hope that doesn't happen. Yeah. Oh, am I building it only for mobile? No, but what I'd like to do because I'm gonna actually have a wireframe that does the mobile, and then I want it also to be for desktop, right? So, you know, everything in between, I'm not too worried about. But I want it to be fairly responsive. So I want to get an idea of what's going to fit on mobile. Basically, I want to think mobile first, and then when I build it, I'll probably build the desktop page first. And I'm thinking, because there is a lot of stuff in here. I need to take a look. I'm not sure what I'm going to do front end wise to make this happen. Because it's going to be hard enough just to get the back end working. Especially if on all of these pages, because I want to keep it as simple as possible. Simple as possible. I've only had half a glass of wine. I want to build it to be as simple as possible for the users. So like on these, I mean, this isn't too bad, right? But I want to, again, mobile first. I want to think, okay, if you're looking at this on mobile, you're probably just going to have the company name or the site name. You're going to, you know, have a drop-down menu, logo, and then you're going to have the H1, the title, and then you're going to have like one flower probably. You're going to have a card with one flower, and then probably a drop-down menu with the hundreds of others, or maybe a drop-down with the A to Z, and then that has another drop-down. So I need to figure out how I'm doing that. But I'm not going to have all of these. Like they have all these flowers. I'm not going to have that many flowers. Like you're going to be lucky if you get 2 flowers for like memorial, because this is a 100-hour project, right? I don't have time to be doing all that. So, but I wanted to have some stuff, right? And then that way I can always build it, like in my thinking, I can always make it bigger, right? So I'm thinking big, but I'm starting small, but I'm making it so that it can be expanded. So the main thing that would have to be expanded is obviously the flower database, right? And then fixing up the bouquet builder itself aesthetically so that it actually looks like a bouquet instead of basically a frame with like 5 different flowers in it, right? Which is probably what this is going to be. It's probably going to be like a picture frame with 5 different flowers, boom, 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 right? So if that's what it is, that's what it is. Okay, that's not letting me do what I want. Anyway, yeah, so yeah, I'm thinking big. Like I'm even thinking of a way that, oh, I am definitely underestimating how difficult it will be. I'm definitely underestimating it. But the thing is that we have a bunch of people who are super, super, super helpful and super knowledgeable they're not in the cohort, but they are in our Discord group. And I'm hoping that I can get someone there who knows what they're doing to at least give me some resources that can help me build it. So we'll have to see. But yeah, I have grossly underestimated how difficult all of this will be. It's going to be very, very difficult. So yeah, I mean, at this point, I'll be lucky if I can just get people to log in. Which that sounds really sad, but that is exactly the way I feel. I feel like I will be very lucky if I can get people to log in and they don't end up like crashing the site. But I'm gonna try. We're gonna see how it goes. Right? You don't know until you try, right? And if I crash and burn, then yeah, I can always go back and just like have, instead of have it actually build a bouquet, it can be like what other people are doing, only instead of, you know, having all this complicated text on there that a lot of people are not going to read, then you just like explain what it is, and then you have a little drop down menu and it goes through the API and it fetches things, right? So I'm okay with that too. I am not, this is not like a way for me to build my ego. This is a way for me, oops, I did that the wrong color. This is a way for me to learn how to do things. And like I said, I would like very much to make this something where if I want to work on it later, then I can always go back. I wanted something that was like pink, or this is too bright though. That's way too bright. So your F key doesn't work properly and your oh no. Oh no. Okay, so there's nothing brave. It's just like, you can be brave if you don't know what you're doing, right? Like I have an idea of what I'm doing, but not entirely, but I'm okay with that. So, you know, it's not brave. It's just, I don't know what I can't do yet, right? I love the fact that your F key doesn't work. Because that, I mean, yeah, I think that's funny. I don't know how far I would get without an F key. Well, I guess it's different on my phone than on my computer. Okay, so I'm organizing this, right? So B and C here, these are going to be optional, right? So I am going to highlight all of that in this. Okay, so stuff that autocorrect working overtime, that's awesome. Autocorrect working overtime has no F in it. There's no F in that. Okay, so yeah, so like the image database, that is going to be that's, you know, but again, I'd like to see if it can work. The Google Florist Finder, I don't know if that API exists, but if it does, it'd be really nice to be able to pull up, you know, a couple of florists by zip code, right? I definitely want to get the username and password, because otherwise this is totally it's not personalized at all, and the whole idea is to make it personalized. The front end build, I'm going to make the home page, but basically building the content, writing the content is going to be super, super easy, and that's what I naturally do best, but that's not what this is about. So I'm going to have all this information available, but it's going to be like little blurbs, and then for more information you have to use the pull downs, and then all of these are going to be separate pages, right? And so the bouquet builder page, so anyway, most of it's just going to be pulling up some information probably. And then there's a possibility that, yeah, there's a possibility we're learning how to add documents to a Mongo database. So, you know, if you have a profile, then you could possibly pull up the bouquets that you've already created, and they could be just even lists. And so instead of actually building a visual bouquet, it could just be a list of like the different flowers grouped together, and you can make your own list on a page. And so that would be very much in line with, okay, there's this stinking front row thing. I don't understand why it's still on there. You guys just don't pay attention to front row, because I don't have any way for anyone to like buy bits. I mean, I don't have any of that set up, but I can't figure out how to get rid of it. Don't give me 100 bits. I don't know how to get rid of that. But yeah, so at the very least, you can make a list of the different flowers that you want in a bouquet. You could, you know, save that to your profile, and then you can pull it up. So anyway, I'm thinking, you know, at the very, very least, I think that's something that I could do. And I think that is in line with all the stuff that we have learned. And I'm okay with that. There doesn't have to be a super visual component, because I can play with CSS and make it visual on my own. I can make it a visual experience. I can have, like, on each page, I could have, I found this in CSS. There are all these tutorials. I found this CSS thing where I could go from like right to left with stuff. And so, what? Wait a minute, how can you donate 100 bits? Okay, did you write that? Because there are no F's in that phrase, Esther Charles. You were like, I'm like, it's not going any, your bits are not going anywhere. I'm not hooked up to PayPal or anything. Okay, but yeah, so what I was thinking was, at the very least, like, I could have a flower go from left to right or whatever. And anyway, I just thought that would be cute. So, oh, I forgot what I was doing. Anyway, oh gosh, I can't even remember. Oh, hey, Macro. Yeah, so, so I don't know if you've been listening, but I've got a 100 hours project, and I'm talking to the fine folks here on the stream who are helping me keep it real, right? They're helping me realize that I may be biting off a little bit more than I can chew, which is usually the case, but you know, oops, I didn't want that. But if that is the case, tonight's the night that I'm figuring out exactly what I have to do here, right? What is the bargain basement expectation for this particular project, right? Bargain basement. I've got a database with a bunch of flower information. I've got some username and password authentication. I gotta put that in red or pink, right? Because yeah, it's a bouquet builder, but the problem is, of course, that I don't have experience to really do that, like pull up the images and line them up on the page. So I'm hoping that we've got some different mentors, and we've got some different folks in the coding boot camp that I'm in, who I'm absolutely sure would know how to help me. Whether or not they're available to help me with as much help as I will need is another thing. But yeah, it's not just a bouquet builder, it's a symbolic or meaningful bouquet builder, where I'm going to provide all these different pages with some information, with some drop down menus where you can figure out, okay, I've got a funeral I need to go to, you know, I need some flowers, I need to order some flowers, but I want them to be meaningful. And you can go through here, you know, figure out, make yourself a list, and then that way when you call the florist, you're not like, I need a bouquet, can you put together a funeral arrangement? So yeah. Yeah, that is exactly right. That is exactly right. We're just, how would you say it? Like we're not really into React yet, so I'm probably just gonna do this with like EJS and a lot of CSS. Have I started? This is my start right here. I have not even started coding tonight. I'm doing my wireframe, and I'm starting out with mobile to make sure that I have some idea of how to, because this is going to force me to keep it simple, right? That was the whole idea of starting out with the phone, was to keep things as simple as possible, because I make things very complicated. So the idea is I'm going to start simple, figure out what is absolutely essential, and then focus on that. And then from there, I can go crazy and, you know, move on. But for now, we're just figuring out what is essential and what is essential that can be expanded upon, if that makes sense. So Anyway, I like the idea of building a bouquet builder, and even if it's just, you know, as simple as you get a bunch of information and you select flowers and you put them together as a bouquet list so that you can call a florist, that would be it. Yeah. Yeah, that's, and you know what, True King, that is basically what I'm thinking, is if that is my bargain basement, you know, not even having an image of the flowers, having images available that you can look at on the site, but even just not even having that, but even having just a list and then having the ability to pull up multiple, you know, lists that you have made, obviously stored in Mongo somewhere. So that's what I'm thinking. I really appreciate, oh, start maker. I can't just dive in. I have to plan all of this, because if I dive in, what's going to happen is I'm not even going to know what I need on each page, right? So right now I have this idea of, I need my home page, I need the build your bouquet, which is where you actually start selecting flowers. So, you know, I've got all of this stuff. I realized today I needed a privacy page. But so in order to do that, I can't just start building, because I need to know what kind of menu I'm going to have. I need to know how big the menu is going to be. And I need to know how all of this is going to work with the back end. So in terms of back end, I'm taking this list and I'm looking at, okay, so I already know I'm going to need some authentication. I already know that I'm going to need, hopefully I can find APIs for these. So I'm going to need some APIs. Depending on what APIs I can find, that's going to determine, you know, am I even going to have a pull down for zodiac flowers, right? So, oh, the output could be something like the A to Z flowers, but contain only flowers for the bouquet. Yeah. Yeah, that's, yeah. I mean, I'm open to a lot right now, just because in terms of trying to format things, especially without using a ton of libraries, because I don't want to have to learn a whole bunch of libraries, because this is going to be difficult enough without that. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to look like, it does not have to look like this, right? But it has to work, right? So anyway, let's see here. So in terms of simplifying things, I mean, I don't actually have to have all of these separated. I could have on separate pages. It's just I would like to, because that way you would have, I guess, meaning, some historical meaning. Oh, you disagree with this design approach? Hello from X page on each page. API calls, it's already going to take 20 hours. You'll find out that all of the pages you want to create and spend time designing won't fit into the 100 hours. That's a you know what? That's a possibility, but I was working on a group project. I don't even know where the group project is right now. But so all of these different pages are going to be set up exactly the same way. I just have to, I do not know where. I wish I could find it. But essentially, I spent a good, I don't know, this is terrible. Now I can't find the thing that no, it's not there. Okay, so we're working on a group project and I did the CSS for something. And essentially, this is why I do this, is because these pages right here, the birth flower, anniversary flower, zodiac flower, these 3 pages are all going to, all I have to do is I build a template for that, right? The about page is going to be a really short blurb, and then it's going to be a form where you can contact me. The helpful links, again, I think I can probably even put that somewhere else. I don't know if I'm going to do, I don't even know if I'm going to do that. So, so yeah, the privacy page, bare bones, basically a bunch of text, nothing interesting. The home page is going to be the most interesting. So really I'm looking at making probably 3 pages, essentially designing 3 pages. That's it. So the designing part for me is not going to be that difficult, because the menus are going to be pretty similar with the links and stuff. So I don't think that's going to be the worst. That's not going to be the hardest part. And then the pages themselves are not going to be that complicated. I mean, like even for this, I'm not going to have a bunch of different transformations. I'm not going to have, I mean, there's a lot that could be done, but I'm really focusing on the back end with this. So, so yeah, essentially 3-page templates, the home page, all of this, and then the privacy page, which is, I'm not even counting the privacy page because that's just text with the little nav bar, and then the build your bouquet. That's really it. The about page is basically going to be like the, oh, I guess I should add the profile page. The about page and the profile page they're gonna look exactly the same. So and the build your bouquet, that's essentially going to be the bouquet list. So no, I'm not using React. Nope. We're doing it old school. We're showing that we actually know how to use everything from the ground up. That is what this is. We are showing our sick basic skills. In the beginning, it's going to be HTML because I'm going to have to like be able to figure out what I need basic, and then I'm just going to take everything that I need to pull from the back end into EJS, and then I'll just like move that on over to an EJS file instead, and then probably, I don't know, CSS and maybe grid, and then yeah, that's it. Yeah. So I know it seems, but so the most difficult part of all of this, honestly, the most difficult part of this is not building the CSS. The most difficult part of this is going to be making everything work with the back end, right? Making sure that that I have all the modules that I need, that I have all of the authentication middleware, that I mean, that's going to be, do I have experience? Yeah, we're getting some experience with Node and Express and Passport and OAuth and Azure. So anyway, that's, like I said, that's going to be the hardest part for me, is not, you know, making it look okay. The hardest part for me is going to be, okay, I'm logging in, but I'm getting this error message and I don't know why, because it's like pulling up the data straight from, you know, it's not actually a message that tells the user anything meaningful. Like, you already have this password, you don't need to sign up, you know. So anyway, I think that's going to be the challenging part for me. You know what? But this is making me think. I need to put in here that it's going to be template 2. And then this will give me an idea. Again, right now I'm trying to figure out what I can leave out, because I had some pretty grand plans. And so if there's a way that and then really, I mean, like what I did for our group project was all I did for the group project was I essentially made a template for the 3 pages that were almost exactly the same, and then I used that template and modified it a little bit for the index page. I mean, that's really it. So it's all about just kind of reusing things, and I just it worked out because I used classes to try to, you know, label everything the way I needed to. Yeah, I used a lot of classes, a lot of reusable code. Okay, so the profile page and the about page. that is going to be template 3. New template 3. Template 3. Helpful links. You know what? We're just going to delete that. I'm not going to do that because I don't even know how I'm supposed to. That would be more, well, yeah. Okay. And the about, yeah. So the about page is going to be okay, so I've got template, hidden privacy. That's going to be that's essentially going to be the about page. So that's going to be template 1. So Maycrow, do you are you a developer? What do you do? What are you doing here on this Saturday night? 1. Okay, the build your bouquet is going to be, yeah, so that is, yeah, that's template 3. So that's going to be template 1, build your bouquet. I guess that's going to be, okay, so the way we're doing our group project, the profile page is actually where you can see all of your stuff. That's where you can see all of your stuff. So I'm thinking okay, so, and this is why I have to do this, because I need to see exactly, I need to see what I'm doing. I need to see what's going to be on the page, right? Because I can't figure out what I need unless I can actually see it. I think I'm a front end person. Like in our boot camp, we're all just trying to figure out where we fit, and I'm fitting more and more in a front end area because, yeah, I feel like I'm getting more and more into the front end. So in this, and I'm kind of thinking, so with the build your bouquet, so we're gonna say that this is the build your bouquet, right? I hope I'm on the, okay, so we're gonna put the text in there and say the build your bouquet. So I'm thinking with this one, I'm thinking you're gonna have to go over there. You're gonna have to be bigger. I don't like that. Yeah, I'm thinking that, I have to keep it simple. See, this is really tough. I have to keep it simple, but at the same time, I need to... Okay, so build your bouquet, and then with the home template, I think the home template is basically going to be... I'm just going to put some text in here. Oh, if I'm going to have user accounts, I need a page for registration. Yeah, I think, yeah, I need to do that. So I will do that. Okay, so the thing is that with the registration page is basically going to look like, which page? It's gonna look a lot like the build your bouquet page. Because essentially it's gonna be build your bouquet and you're gonna have some drop downs, but instead of the drop downs, I'm just gonna have the user information that pulls up and then the list. So I can probably use this as the template. And the build your bouquet, yeah. So that's gonna be, but that's gonna be similar to the about page. So I can use these as 3. Okay, so I'm gonna have 3 different, yeah. Okay, so then, okay, so essentially I'm gonna have, and this is the thing, I'm trying to think of, yeah, I'm trying to think of, so I'm not gonna have username on here because you already know who you are. The menu's gonna be at the top, but I'm trying to think of a way, so I'm thinking pull downs again, because this way if I have pull downs, I can control what is selected so that there aren't issues with spelling. So a pull down menu with the like whatever type of flower you're looking for, like let's make that smaller. So one menu here, because we've got like, yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna center everything. I like everything centered. I can play with the formatting, but basically we're gonna say that this is a pull down menu, and the label is going to be I guess you could just pick the flower name, but I'd rather have it be the meaning. So I'd rather do meaning. Or, yeah. So you can have meaning with a pull down menu. Let's see here. So, oops, no, I don't want to do that. Okay, and then I can do occasion maybe. You guys are being super, super helpful because like I said, I don't know what I can do and what I can't do, right? I think I can do some things, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm just gonna paste it. Why is it not pasting? Where is it? It didn't paste. Come on now. Are you gonna copy? Copy. Yes, I'll do that and then I'll paste it. I'm just gonna have to redo it. This is really irritating. Okay, so actually I should, yeah. Yeah, okay, I'll do that. So then I'll do occasion. And then okay, and then I don't think you're gonna let me do that again. And then this is gonna be pull down menu. So yeah, basically all this is gonna be H1. First flower, H1. And I might, especially for this, I'm gonna do that. And then I'll have that up here. And then I'll have that up there. And then I'll have that up there. I don't know if I'm gonna, how I'm gonna do it, but, oh, it did copy and paste. Oh, it did copy and paste. It was just right on top of it, so I couldn't tell. That is so funny. I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know it did that. I thought it was like everything else where you copy and paste it, and I don't know. I thought it was like everything else where you copy and paste it and then it's off to the side, but this is not that. Anyway, so I'm also kind of cheating you guys because I already have the template for essentially this exact design that we did for our group project. So I could basically just use this, all the CSS. Oh, Swift and the way you set up views for iOS. Yeah, okay, Esther Charles, I would love to say that I know what you're talking about. I don't. I'm a basic girl. I know CSS and HTML and JavaScript, a little JavaScript, and you know, Node, Express, Mongo, a little bit of middleware. I mean, you know, very basic stuff. Very basic. But the thing, okay, but you can do really interesting things just with these really basic tools, right? You can do this stuff. You don't need, I mean, you could use React components. I wish I did, but no, I mean, you could, like I said, you know, and this particular, okay, I am going to have to show you guys because I'm not just making stuff up. Let me find this. Where is it? Okay, group project. Come on now. I think it was here. I think it was here. Anyway, so this is, well, not that. Here we go. But so this, I mean, this is basically it, right? This is basically it. I'm going to put a little hamburger and do a toggle, you know, some toggle action for a phone, right? You know, but all of that, that's breakpoints. I'm going to use some breakpoints, and at a certain point, you know, it's going to toggle. It doesn't matter if you're on a tablet. It doesn't matter what you're using. It's, you know, you're going to have a breakpoint and bam, you're going to have, yeah, you're going to have the hamburger. So anyway, oh yeah, okay, you should. Hey, have a wonderful, wonderful night. Thank you for dropping in. Thank you so much. So yeah, anyway, that's how I'm thinking of it. But again, I need, this is basic. I'm going to have my footer, which is going to be down here. It's a little bit smaller, and that's where you're going to have your privacy and your copyright stuff, right? But that's just text. Anybody can write text, right? So we're going to have copyright, and then privacy. I can't even see what I'm writing here. Privacy. I mean, that's, and then probably, and then probably like contact info, like address or something. I don't even know, but contact email, right? So okay, but yeah, I mean, this part is really, really simple. It's, like I said, it's making sure that I can actually, oh, currently in Knoxville. I'm gonna send this thing to the back. This is a lot like Canva. Good night, Alexa. Sweet dreams, Alexa. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and bring to the back. I'm gonna send it all the way back. There we go. So yeah, the main thing is making sure that, like with this pull down menu, it actually, like making it pull down isn't a big deal. Making sure that when you pull down and you click on something, you get something, right? That's the main thing. And so here, that's making me remember, I was just thinking, like the list of the flowers and everything, is going to be the home template, but like when you click on, like kind of like this, right? When you click on this, instead of having all that, say that you select a flower like lavender, right? You're going to pick lavender. So you click on lavender, you select it from the pull down menu, and it actually gives you something like this, but it actually just takes you to that spot on that page. So yeah, I really like the idea of these. Those are going to be fun to make. But yeah, I do need to make a flower page, which is my encyclopedic flower page, which is basically going to look like my home template. Yeah, it's going to basically look like that. So this is going to be home template, template 1, because this is also going to have like all the other stuff on the same menu. And this is encyclopedic, yeah, page of flowers. And that is not going to be anywhere on the site, but it's going to be in the same template. So that'll be good. So I'll use that template, that's template 3, 2, 2, 3. Okay. And then the registration page. And the registration page is the same as the login page. So after I do all this, okay, so this is the part that I haven't, like, this is not that difficult. Like, essentially planning the pages that I need is not that difficult. The next thing that I have to do is I'm gonna have to do this business where I'm like, okay, and this is going to be page 1, page 2, page 3, and or like what, registration page, login page, sign in page, or sign up page, whatever. And then I have all the arrows saying, okay, what needs to go where, and then I have to, you know, because that'll help me set up the menus, and then I have to do the back end over here where I'm like, okay, so this is where I'm going to put, you know, stuff in the controller file for that. That's the part that I'm not. Oh, what site is this that I'm working on? This I'm using Figma, but I'm not using it properly. I'm not actually using the tools that are at my disposal, right? I'm not actually doing that. So it is, I'm not sure. Is that what you're asking? Are you asking what site this is? Okay, so I'm just gonna do my little hamburger now. Boop. And I have 1. I'm gonna have boop. And I'll go boop. And then copy it. I'll go boop. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. That's not right. Why didn't it copy? There we go. Okay. So let's see here. I'm hoping my dog is being really quiet, which is making me nervous. I'm wondering why she's so quiet. Why are you so quiet, Becky? Okay, and then over here, I don't know, I'm just gonna say menu for now. And it's gonna be menu. Yeah, I'll just say I'll just do that for now. I'm gonna do that. And send, let's see here. Send it all the way to the back. Move that up a little bit. Oh, that's not working. No, I don't want to do that. Oh, I moved it all the way to the back. I didn't want to do that. Oh, you've never heard of Figma? Oh. Oh, yeah, no, I tried to use it once a long time ago and it didn't work out for me very well, but here we are, right? I mean, because my other option, why do I have this? I don't want that, go away. Yeah, because my other option is, there we go. This is what I want. Yeah, because my other option is Balsam IQ, and I've used that a couple times, but most of the, I'm not like a UX UI person, but I've gone to a couple little training sessions, and most of them use Figma. I mean, some of them use, what is it, Adobe XD, but the ones that I went to I guess there was one that used Sketch, but I think most of them used Figma. So yeah, but I could have used PowerPoint. in the group, what do you call it, the group project thing that we're doing, that I sketched that out on Replit. They have a whiteboard on Replit, and I just used a bunch of shapes, and I just used a bunch of shapes, and that was it, and it was fine. And that's how, and honestly, that the background color did not, I'm just remembering, I looked at that, I pulled up that site, and the background color didn't pull up. Anyway, so we've got a bunch of different people who are yeah, the background color. See, okay, so this will, you can see this. I'm bringing this over here so you can see it. So this is all the code from our right, and so, you know, this is on Replit, and so for whatever reason the background color on the page did not transfer, and that's making me wonder what's going on, because that was a class that did not transfer. Anyway, the point is that yeah, I find it valuable to kind of plan out how things are going to be, because like I said, that kind of gives me an idea of, okay, well, I'm actually going to have to simplify this even more, because I'm just not going to be able to do that. Okay, so right now I want to change this color so it stands out, and I don't know how to do that. I should be able, yeah, I don't want it, well, I can, okay, interactions, I don't want to do this, I'll just do this. I'm just gonna fill it, and I'm gonna fill it with white. Yeah. No, I'm gonna fill it with white. I can't see how many F's I'm doing there. I don't know how many F's that is. Oh, there it is. Okay, good. And so now, no, that's still in the background. Okay, 1 second. I need some water. Hold on. I'm gonna mute. I'm gonna mute. Okay, not muted. Sorry about that. I thought I needed. Okay, so I need to actually, okay, I need to bring this to the front. This is the part that's kind of bothersome. I need to bring that to the front. Okay, and it just went away. I need to send that backward. And I'm gonna move that up. There, perfect. Okay, anyway, so now I can see that. So that's gonna be my pull down menu. Okay, and then my other stuff disappeared. Okay, all my stuff went away. Okay. Anyway, so that's gonna be my menu. And so this is basically right here, the template for like every page. And then pretty much everything else. And then I think, did I do it here? Where was it? Here. Actually, I should just copy that. Can I move that? No, it didn't copy. It didn't copy. Okay, copyright, privacy, contact email. I'm just gonna put that. Come on. There we go. Okay, privacy. Okay, copyright, privacy, contact. Okay. There is definitely a way for me to copy and paste this. I just don't know how to do it. That's the problem when you're using something for the first time. Because I don't know how to use this yet. Okay. arrange, text, vector, object view, edit file. So really what I should have done, was make this. See, this is what I need to do next time. I needed to make this and just copy it. So I'm gonna do that. I wonder if there's a way that I can just do that, copy it. And then, is there a way for me to store this? I really, really, really want to know how do I store this thing? I'm going to store it in, I'm just going to store it in a separate file. Yeah, I'm going to store this in a different file. Oh, do I do keyboard shortcuts? You know, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Let me try. So like, oops. Well, that didn't work. Nope. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm gonna say they don't. Not the ones that I use. Because because I want a new page and I'm stuck doing this number right here. Bam. And so I'm just gonna put bits and pieces. So you know, Astro Charles, ideally, I would have, I'd have looked at the tutorial, right? The Figma tutorial, and I would have watched a couple of YouTube videos, and I would have figured out how to use Figma. But tonight I'm just drawing up, I don't know how to put it. I'm drawing up enough to know what I need to get started, if that makes sense. So you don't know what you need until you need it, if that makes sense. Until I actually figure out what exactly do I want this thing to do, and what is the most basic function of the app, I'm not going to be able to move forward, right? So yeah. Okay, and actually I'm just going to copy this name and copy, oh, I'll just do that, and then boop. Okay, and then for here I'm going to do text. Sometimes it's good to be adventurous. No, okay, there's, I don't even know how to describe this. There's adventurous and then there's unprepared, if that makes sense. So, you know, yeah, there's adventurous and then there's unprepared. And so the problem is you can turn being unprepared into an adventure, and I have done that many times, right? And at the end of the day, it's just really stressful, right? And so I feel like I need to learn how to prepare more, which is why I'm doing this instead of just jumping into it, because I have projects where I have just jumped into it and they didn't turn out very well because I didn't think, oh wait, you know, instead of just making all this stuff and not figuring out how to incorporate everything, it just ended up being really unorganized and just not very good, right? And I'm thinking specifically of some JavaScript code where it was just like this crazy long list of conditionals, of statements, of if statements, and I was just too lazy at that point to go and, you know, turn it into a switch. But we're talking, this was my coin slot machine, and I had a randomizer going, and I don't know, I had probably 60, 70, 80 conditionals. And how much easier would, and I got lost in the middle of things, and it would have been so much easier if I just did a bunch of switch statements. It would have been so easy, but I didn't. And I got to a point where I was too far into it to switch everything. Okay, so yeah. So with the bits and pieces, I have that. And then, come on. You're not going to let me add text, right? Now I have to do a different text thing. Okay, and so then, this is really sad I'm doing this. Once, measure twice, build. You know what? And so that's the thing. When I sew, my daughter's really into cosplay. When I sew, I'm very much like that, right? When I sew, like, she gets so tired because I make her try stuff on, and I made this cape and this like bustier thing and a skirt, and I mean, I don't know how many yards of fabric, and I've made headboards, and so with that, it's crazy that I'm sitting there like thinking, okay, and it's going to expand this much because I've got batting, and so I have to, you know, so I'm very, very much like that there. But there are other areas of my life where it's like, woo, you know, we're going on a ride, kids, and they know that I'm going to get lost. They know every time they get in the car, it's going to be an adventure. But you know, it is what it is. So so I need home template. Oh, I lost my text, you guys. Okay, here we go. I need home. Basically, I'm going to organize this by templates. Home is home, and then page of flowers, and then why is this? Okay, so the hidden privacy, privacy page, and that's hidden. Yeah. So I don't know. Are you guys measure twice, code once? Because that's something that, again, you know, you learn the hard way, right? You learn that the hard way. Template 2. Birth flowers. Oh, those are all my so those are the birth flower. And I keep thinking that these are actually oh, hey Barbara. You architect a whole project and think through various optimizations. Yeah, okay, Chu King, I hear you, because this is the thing. This is why I have to do all this, because and I didn't know that I would need some of these extra pages, right? So why am I going to start building something and be like, oh wait, I need to go build something else? And you know, I have to figure out exactly what I can build, and then I can say, okay, this is way beyond the scope of what I need to do for this. We're going to cut back this and this and this, right? And that's why talking to you all is making a huge difference, because it's making me think, oh, wait a minute, I need to, you know, kind of take this down a notch here. But so Barbara, what I'm thinking also, and I don't know if you guys agree, maybe you agree, I don't know, but I think that there may be some people for whom the whole architecture of things maybe comes more naturally, right? If that makes sense, because and some of it I think might be becoming so familiar with a system and the repetition of it that maybe you don't need to, you know, write things out as much, or I don't know. But I have to be honest, there are some things that just in terms of the structure of them, I do need an external structure to kind of keep me on target. And then there are other things where I don't need it as much. But something like this is I need the structure. I would not just start coding this. That would be folly, and I would end up just throwing the whole thing away. Anniversary flower. And figuring out the templates is something that we did with our group project, and it was super, super helpful. It really just was, because when it came to actually coding it, knowing that I was only really going to have to code 2 separate templates, but I could reuse classes within there, it just made it so much easier. It made it so much easier. And then I used IDs for some things, which, I mean, it just wasn't... I thought it was necessary, and I do believe still that they're necessary, but they didn't translate when the backend guy did his work. And when I say backend guy, he like pulled together all the different code that three others of us put together. So experience with object-oriented programming helps with planning. I think so. I think so. I need some more practice. So yeah. Oops, birth flower, anniversary flower. Did we do a memorial zodiac flower? Where's the memorial flower? I lost a page. Memorial flower. I mean, ideally. See, okay, so now I'm thinking, you guys. No, I'm not going to do that. Okay, so birth flower, anniversary flower, memorial flower, and zodiac flower. Okay, and then those, like I said, those are just going to be informational. And now the funny thing I'm thinking is that I actually think that I can use this birth flower or this template too. I think I can actually use it for the build your bouquet, because I'll have to add, I think, 2. I'm gonna have to think about that. I'm gonna have to think about that, because I think I can actually, but again, this is the thing, guys, unless I actually do this number right here and I start seeing patterns where, oh look, it's exactly the same. I need the same type of information, but I just need to add 2 more inputs. I need to add 2 more inputs. That's how I know, okay, I can actually use this one template for pretty much everything. Except for like the privacy, and then the encyclopedia, where is it? The encyclopedia page of flowers is just gonna be blah. It's gonna be a long line. Long line just of like some flowers. Long line of flowers. And a picture, a couple pictures. But yeah. Long line. So I'm wondering, actually, no, because the home template is going to be the welcome page. So that's got to be different. Welcome page. Hey Barbara, so what kind of groceries are you getting tonight? Are you getting groceries for the week, or are they special groceries for a special occasion? Are you getting all your Mother's Day supplies? We moms have to, we have to celebrate our own Mother's Day and cook our own food and stuff like that sometimes. Or is Charles gonna take you out? Gonna get a sitter? That would be really nice. Okay, so yeah, okay, I need to go back to my bits and pieces. And so here, we're gonna do template 1. Template 2 is going to have all of the different flower type thingies. Hey. There you go. No, what is going on here? Why is it locked? Why is this locked? No. Oh. Oh, it's gone. Where is it? Oh, you're gonna buy yourself some chocolate? If Mother's Day will sync on their watch, so be it. Oh. Oh, Charles, Astro Charles, I am so sorry. I was talking. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad now. I feel really bad. Okay, so, Big Jen, I'm very sorry. My friend Barbara, my dear friend Barbara, who also streams, she has a stream and it's super, super awesome because she does Code Wars and she's like amazing at JavaScript. But Mother's Day is coming up and she is the proud mom to 2 boys who are brilliant and active, just like their dad. But I was asking if she was picking up supplies for her Mother's Day extravaganza because Mother's Day is coming up. And she, I guess, is prepared for not much evidently, but yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, Barbara, I meant to tell you and I totally forgot. And all you see is like half of my little, I don't know how to, there we go. Yeah, no, but for real, Barbara, I got like a green, you can't see it now, but I got like a green piece of cloth and it, for real, it was like, I want to say it was $10 on Amazon and I've had so much fun with it. It's just, and I have it hanging on the picture that I, that's behind me. I have it hanging draped so I don't have to poke extra holes in the wall or anything. And then I started playing with the chroma filter and we can do that if you want to play with that too for your stream. But anyway, you can like do all these things. And so this background, I found a GIF somewhere and I was like, ooh, I really like this. And so I downloaded it and set it up on a loop. And so anyway, I just had a lot of fun. So that's what I was doing this week instead of working on my project and doing the homework. So yeah, anyway, yeah, so, ooh, here's my last pass up. So yeah, Astro Charles. Oh, you know what? I'm really sorry. Yeah, you do need it. $10 on Amazon. I will send you the link, but it is so much fun. It's so much fun. It's like a really, really good $10 spent, right? It's super, super fun because then you can have all the fun backgrounds and like if your whole house is a mess or whatever, you don't even have to worry, right? Yeah, you can do, yeah, it's really, really fun. There's a way. Oh, hey, Tammy. Yeah, Tammy, we're talking about how I found for $10, I found this green piece of material, but yeah, anyway, oh yeah, I have to wake up in 9 hours. Oh, and I'm supposed to make my salad. Anyway, so yeah, oh, is it reminding me I have to eat? Remind mom to make her salad. Thank you, Camellia. Yeah, so wait a minute. So, oh, care to share the, oh, yeah. Barbara, can you share your streaming link so Astro Charles can join? Can you share that? I don't know if I've enabled links or not, but just like leave a space or something. I don't know if I've shared links because so the person who does our webcam, he wants to make sure that we kind of stay within the confines of like boot camp related stuff, right? Because he's putting us on a stream team, he's doing that kind of thing. But yeah, if you can share that way, whoever is watching right now, yeah, they can join and see how awesome you are. I'm sure Chu King would have fun if they're available. I know everybody here, everybody works, but anyway, yeah. So Tammy, thank you for joining. So I'm planning, I'm planning this thing, and it's taking a while for me to get to the point where I'm just gonna like ignore that. Anyway, so I was gonna do the thing where you could actually see the pictures, but then some nice people on here have informed me that it's actually probably more difficult than I think it is to add images, especially multiple images from the back end to the front end in the way that I wanted to. So I'm kind of reorganizing and rethinking, but right now I'm looking at the pages that I need, and then I'm thinking about the different templates so that I can figure out if I can get rid of pages or how to reorganize things. Because I need to make sure that I've got this completely organized to the best of my abilities before I start working on stuff, because I do not want to have to waste time. So Astro Charles brought up the idea of measuring twice, do once, and that's really what I'm trying to do here. So anyway, I've got, and so I'm on my bits and pieces page, because this is where I'm just throwing out all the ideas. And okay, well, so you know what, Chuking, I really do feel like at this point, I do feel like just even adding images next to each other would, I think that would help, because I didn't think I was a visual person until fairly recently, just as in just in the past few weeks. Yeah, Barbara, I mean, this is not, it's not, what does Leon call it? It's not rocket surgery. It's, I mean, I set up an outline of what needs to happen. And then from there, I'm just taking a look at, you know, the basic, like, that's not it. Where is it? So I'm looking, I made a list of all the pages, and then I'm kind of like, I've got my basic template here, which is exactly the same as the template that, so I'm cheating, right? I already have this template over here for the thing that I do, you know, our group project. So I've already got that going. So I'll probably just use that template and make a few. So, okay. Anyone who's here who hasn't heard this before, I don't know what front row is. Please do not try to do anything with bits. I don't have PayPal on this. It's yeah. If I want to be visual, I could replace the drop downs with full pages of images to click and press. You know what? I could do that. I could do that. And that is something that I could very possibly, do. The thing is, I don't know how to describe it. Okay, sites like this overwhelm me. I like easy, sneezy, simple, right? And so the idea that I'm gonna have to look at a whole bunch of patterns, like even this, like they've got the background here. I mean, this is a really, really pretty page, right? But even just looking at this, you've got like the background, and then you've got the semi-opaque layer on top of that. And then you've got this container, and you've got all the cards, and then over here you've got your resources, all this stuff, and it's all like boom right on you. This makes me very uncomfortable, right? Especially since it's redundant. Like you've got this here, I've got this up here, right? I don't like the CNN ticker, like the whole page is full of tickers, and then you've got one little human talking. So anyway, this is a bit much for me, so that's why this this with a simple background image, or even this could be flowers, and then I could have you know, like a container with some options. That's fine for me. I'm good. But full pages of images is overwhelming. That would not represent my personal aesthetic, so I don't think I can do that. So, but I do appreciate your idea, and I really like, okay, so again, we're going off topic, especially since I went over time. I don't want it to go over. But so this is my idea, like for the bouquet builder. Where are we? I don't even know what this is. What page am I on? Okay, this is not the right page. Hold on. Build a bouquet. This is what I'm doing. So you've got this. I gotta get rid of this. I'll keep this though. So what I wanted was, originally, this is what I had in my brain, right? In my brain, I essentially had like, because in a bouquet, you don't usually have, I mean, because I used to order flowers for my ex-mother-in-law and my ex-grandma mother-in-law all the time, like for the birthdays, for Mother's Day, whenever I could, because I really enjoyed giving them flowers because they love them. And there's nothing like giving people things that they love. And Barbara, if you want to buy yourself a whole bunch of chocolate for Mother's Day, you can do that. Or if you send me your address, I will buy you chocolate, and you don't have to do that for yourself. You will get chocolate from me in the mail. I can't guarantee the quality or the conditions since it gets really hot and you might end up with a mailbox full of melted chocolate. But I would love to do that for you because you're my good friend, right? You could get a whole bunch of, and oh, this is so funny. Again, off topic. But so my daughters and I were talking about the chocolate that we like, and I know you like that, Barbara, you like British English chocolate. That's your favorite. And so we were talking about how much I don't like Cadbury chocolate. And I was like, ooh, I wonder if I don't like Barbara chocolate. So yeah, so I was like, I wonder if I don't like Barbara chocolate. So now I want to know, what brand of British chocolate do you like? Actually, everybody who's listening, why don't you tell me what kind of chocolate you like? Because I find this so interesting because my daughter was eating Dove dark chocolate. And I don't do dark chocolate because I don't actually like the flavor of chocolate very much. Like I'll have a mocha espresso, or I'll have like chocolate chip cookies. But what I used to do, and this used to make my family so mad, is that I would eat all of the cookie around the chocolate chips, and then I would like peel the chocolate chip off and eat the cookie, and then I'd like feel bad about the chocolate that was left because that's really wasteful, so I just eat that to get done with. Yeah, I have read that the, like, even though it's labeled the same, they know that Americans are different. They're different than British people. And so they'll make different, just like I found out that the Girl Scout cookies that we get here in the southeast of the United States are different than the Midwest Girl Scout cookies and the Northeast Girl Scout cookies. I had no idea, but that is true. I would not lie to you guys. That is absolutely true. Okay, so now I'm going to add my text. And so this is going to be flower selection 1. Right, so that's flower selection 1. Need to move that turkey over. I don't like that. Why is that not centered? How do I make this centered? This is going to drive me crazy. Oh, okay. This is not going to work for me. Okay. I can't. Okay. I'm just going to be okay with it. Just for now. Okay, now I have to learn Figma now because I cannot handle the fact that this is not centered. Why do they even do that? Why is it like this? Oops. That really needed to be centered. Okay. I'm gonna move that over. Well, Esther Charles, you don't have anyone to buy flowers for Mother's Day, and I'm very sorry about that. But you never know what's gonna change, right? We just all have to stay positive, right? Like someday we will all find our partners and we will all be happy. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. No, Barbara, they're the same boxes. I kid you not, same boxes. It's like, so you get the same thing and you're like, ooh, I'm getting some Girl Scout cookies. But on this, okay, so in the morning, they have this, I don't know. Okay. Well, I'm over time anyway. They have, well, I might as well drink now too. They have a radio station that I listen to every morning because it's just fun, right? And it's called Star 102.1. They actually got boxes of Girl Scout cookies from different regions, and they taste tested them because somebody at the station said that they found out that they used different ingredients and different quantities of the ingredients in different cookies. So they took the trefoils. Now trefoils are, I don't know if you guys, yeah, I don't actually know if you all eat Girl Scout cookies. I'm a mom and I have a daughter in the Girl Scouts. So I eat a whole bunch of Girl Scout cookies, right? I do like them. So they have trefoils, which are the Girl Scout cookie. If you have never ever seen anything with Girl Scouts and all you saw was the logo, the Girl Scout logo, the trefoil is part of the logo. And I'm not going to put that on the stream because I don't know if that's really appropriate. But anyway, so they have this logo and it's based on the logo that's on the cookie. And I want to say that in the Midwest, their trefoil, and I'm getting a little upset here, so I'm starting to spit. Their trefoil cookie is better tasting than ours. Like ours is like this bland shortbread thing that's like, it doesn't taste like anything. I never actually buy them. But yeah, I don't eat the trefoils. My kids now will eat them, but they have to put stuff in them. Like they'll layer them like with some chocolate and they'll eat it like that. But basically it just tastes like a bland old cookie thing. It doesn't taste like anything. Sugar. It tastes like sugar and flour. But the Midwest one is like flaky and buttery and tasty. So why? I don't know why. Same reason that the chocolate in Britain is different than the same brand of chocolate that's available here in the United States to us. They assume, or maybe they've done all these different studies, maybe they do surveys, maybe they have looked at purchasing patterns, I don't know. But yeah, it appears to be the same product, but oh no, it's not. So I know, Barbara. I know. So I'm wondering what else is a lie, right? That's what it boils down to. That is what it, okay, so yeah, oh, okay, and if we don't, we will start, we will still be happy. That's really funny. Okay, so yeah, you guys, I'm sorry, it took too long, but okay, so Esther Charles and Chu King, this, oh, and I'm talking with my hands again, hold on. Yeah, everything here is super, super sweet. Oh, Barbara, have you ever had it, the Hawaiian rolls? The Hawaiian rolls, they've got like, they've got different things. They've got like Hawaiian, like, what are they, like hamburger buns or something? But the ones that the original Hawaiian rolls were like dinner rolls that you buy in this square thing. And then they've got the little dinner rolls, but they're super, super sweet. They're really, really sweet. And one of my daughters loves them. She absolutely loves them. But so, you guys, going back to this, so this was my original idea. No, originally I wanted to actually make something that looked like a bouquet in like a little vase, but I don't want to say that I doubt my ability to do that. But what has been recommended, okay, this is bothering me that it's not centered. What has been recommended to me is that I do this kind of thing, and I think with some help from some people, no, it's not going to look like a bouquet, but it is what it is, right? And nobody's actually going to be able to like move it around. But it's going to help you build a bouquet, and it's the beginning of it. Oh, you were imagining something more complex? Yeah, no, ideally it would be complex. Ideally, it would look like a bouquet in a vase, and the flowers would be randomly arranged so that you could actually see what they look like. But this would still be very, very helpful, right? I think for a lot of people, this would still be helpful to see, okay, lavender, you have, you know, I'm not even going to have the difference between white lavender and the regular kind of purplish lavender, right? I think that this can be done. I think that this can be done. Whether it can be done in 100 hours by someone like me, or if it could be done in 100 hours by someone like you, that there's a big difference there. But yeah, so something like this, I think, you know, is doable. And then underneath, you know, you have your flower selection, and then underneath the flower selection, you would actually have, you'd have your flower name, right? And then, well, see, now I don't think I can actually edit this. Why can't I edit it? I can't edit this. Okay, I'm just going to delete it then. That's irritating. Okay, anyway, but underneath it, you might have the flower name, because I don't want to cover up the pretty flowers with, you know, a whole bunch of stuff. And then underneath that, I wanted a button. Of course, I love buttons because they give me so many options. No, yeah. I wanted a little button where I could, where's the text? This is the exciting part to me. Create bouquet. Right? See, this is the crux of it. You know, the rest of it is just a bunch of information and whatnot, right? For me, this is the crux of it. This is where you build your bouquet, right? And it doesn't have to be like create bouquet. It can be create bouquet list. Okay. So we're big on to-do lists in my boot camp, and other boot camps are the same. Pretty much every tutorial is a big to-do list. But anyway, so, you know, and then that's it. Okay, so you're saying I have to switch back to the text tool to edit the text? Okay. Okay, that makes sense. So if I wanted to, okay, so I'm gonna try this again. Okay, and then say I go like that. I'm like, oh no, I need to change it. Well, see, now I can change it. I don't know why. Okay, so flower name. Okay. Okay, why is it? Ugh, that didn't work out. So this would be only, instead of flower name, it would be like, I'm thinking template literal right now. But anyway, flower add, and then flower name to bouquet. And then instead of like create bouquet list, you know, it'd be something nicer than that. But anyway, so, and then from that, it would save your bouquet list to a document in Mongo. This is driving me nuts. Come on. There we go. And then that's going to be, well, that's going to be a different button. I don't know how to use colors yet, you guys. If someone knows how to use Figma and can help me out by telling me how to change these colors so I don't have to look at stinking gray all the time, that would be great. That'd be great. See, you know what? And you're not going to get this kind of wonderful content anywhere else on the web. Nobody else is going to struggle trying to use Figma like this. Okay. Why is that like that? Okay. Change the color in the fill section to the left. What? I don't know. That looks really... Yeah, no, the fill section is actually the text. So I don't want to do that. I need... I don't know what you call this thing. Like fill to me, I think you were, yeah. So, right, so the fill in this case is actually the fill of this color. I don't. Oops, that didn't work. Okay. Ah! Undo. I want to change all of these to a different color. Or actually, I want to change these to a different color. How about that? Well, how come this is... Okay, now this is different than this. Basically, I want this to be this color because this is a button and all my buttons are this color. Okay, so that, I want that to be like, I can't remember what, well, I'll do that one. No? Why are they not letting me change it? I don't want that color. That's something pretty. There we go. Okay, we'll do that one. Okay, so do that one. Okay, why is that a different size? There we go. Okay, well, I don't know why these are. I'm gonna send that one. I'm gonna delete that, delete that. Okay, well, so you guys, it's almost 10 o'clock and it's Saturday night, so I am going to struggle with Figma tomorrow and watch Bridget Jones's Diary with my kids because I told them that we would watch it because they haven't watched it yet and it's really good. So I'm gonna go watch Bridget Jones's Diary, and I want to thank you guys so much for your input and your help. And so this is basically what I'm thinking for the bouquet page. But I mean, it feels like I basically have what I need to kind of start getting ready to code this, you know, to actually start writing some of the HTML that I think that I'm going to need. So I'm actually feeling pretty positive about this. So I really have to thank everybody who came on tonight and helped me, especially figuring out how to make these stinking colors work, because this is like, okay, now why are these different sizes? Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and watch Bridget Jones's Diary now. But yeah, I hope you guys. Oh, Barbara, you're so nice, Barbara. I wasn't kidding. I will send you chocolate for Mother's Day. There's nothing better than getting a present from another mom, right? So, okay, bye, Chu King. I hope everyone has a super, super good night. And thank you so much for coming to see me and help me. And yeah, I will see you guys next Saturday. And I hope everybody has an awesome week. So we'll see you later. Bye.